Hello, Jake. Hello, Rory. Welcome here in La Bond at the 2025 Champions League. How was your trip?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be here. It's been so warm and sunny today, and the journey's been pretty smooth. So yeah, we're just happy to be back here at Le Bond, really.
For the longest time, us three we've been competitors, not on the same team, but now we've changed roles. I'll be doing this. Um, you'll be riding,
Yeah.
and Jake will be doing what?
I'll be training. Yeah, I'm a trainer now.
And how has that changed your weekends?
Bit more relaxed. I can, I get to watch a lot more. I get to see what's going on with the other teams. A lot more free time, but a lot more analysis, I think.
And looking at this weekend as they are setting up the arena for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be having session 1 and 2. What will we be expecting from the teams?
Well, I think session 1 of Champions League is always crazy because the level here is bigger than anywhere else. So session 1, actually, you see quite a lot of mistakes normally actually in the first session. And then by session 2, everyone gets to grips and we get the standard gets high. And then by the time you get to session 3 in the final, it's crazy. So session 1, we'll see. I think there will be some mistakes from a lot of the teams, particularly the new teams, because it's a very big atmosphere and a very big competition to come to for the first time. But I think we'll see the usual favourites of Pad Avignon making a good start. I expect them to get a big score in their first session, no matter who they have in the session.
Yeah, completely agree. First session is always going to be tricky. You just kind of want to survive. Don't do anything stupid. Get out there. Get into the swing of things. For us, it's new team. Haven't really ridden together.
What's your team?
So we've got Livy.
What's the name?
Oh, we've got Leicestershire Yellow.
All right.
Yeah, and we've a couple of new riders in, new combinations, new rider pony combos. Never ridden. KD hasn't ridden Nessa before, so that'll be interesting. So I think we just first session, just get out there.
I remember from myself riding for Linda Gedov that we found ourselves in the B final after the first session almost every year. And I remember at least 2 or 3 years it came to the last race of the session that we would actually make the final. And then usually we did well in the final, but it shows just that the general level is quite competitive.
Yeah, for sure. The crazy thing is maybe only 1 or 2 teams can feel safe. Maybe 1 or 2 teams will get a big score, and everyone else to the last session is going into the last session thinking what kind of points they need to make, what kind of tally they want to get. You can't in England. You can maybe think about what lanes you want for the final, but in the Champions League, you can't because you have to fight for every point the whole way through. You can't relax. If you can relax, you've done very well because you really, really can't for most teams. For us, our team, the game plan is always the same. I ride for Royal Berkshire, and the game plan is always the same. But the first session, it always changes because things happen that never normally happen in the first session, for sure.
And looking at the teams that we have here this year, I would say is the usual competitive teams. Who have you got as your personal favorites to win this competition?
For me, I actually really fancy the Pony Material Red Eagle team. I think they're very strong. But for this competition, you have to always have Pad Avignon as the favourites. For our own team of Royal Berkshire, I always back us to try to win, to try to do well. We have always been close, but never close enough. But I think Pad Avignon, the history they have with this competition, they have a really good mindset and game plan, and they will be very hard to beat, I think.
Yeah, I think you can't look further than Pad. Every single one of their riders, they've been here. One of them hasn't won. I think they've nearly had the same team the last 4 years. Am I right?
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
So I would agree. Having this 3-time winner makes them the favorite. But you mentioned Red Eagle, and I would guess that the Pony Mad France team will be also very competitive. Now we're hearing that the Pat Avignon have been struck by bad luck, having a pony injury, and you think not having the exact same team dynamic, bringing in a new rider might change their performance, or will it actually increase the performance as they are bringing in Maxime, who's a very young and talented athletic rider?
I think with the 4 riders that they've had from the previous years, they're still as strong. They've ridden together for, I don't know, every show. They know each other. It's seamless to add another rider in, with that talented rider in. I think they'll be fine. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see them because we've only ever seen them as that 5-team unit, and they do have a very good structure of the riders having certain jobs. So yeah, I think they'll still be good, and I can't see that changing too much, but I think it will affect them for some races. I think some races they will have a plan that will have to be changed. And I think this year is really interesting because a lot of the big teams have had to make a big change last minute. So like we were talking with Leicester Yellow having to change their riders and ponies. We've had a change in Royal Berkshire with a rider changing at the last minute because of an injury. And Pas d'Avignon have a change as well. So there's lots of teams that you might think will be the big favourites, and they've all had to make last minute changes. So that will be a really interesting sort of dynamic to look at when the sessions happen. But I think it will be interesting to see how Maxime gets on in that team.
So now, like, you've won the competition. No?
No.
Oh, I thought you, I thought you were on the Kildare team.
No.
But like being the competitor that you are, both of you, now you are in a competitive team, and let's say you're doing well and you're getting into the final. Would you ever approach winning the competition by actually trying to beat the favorite team, or would you look for just by maximizing your potential and see how it goes, or would you ever actually influence your tactics in order to beat that team because you know that's the team to beat?
I don't think we'd ever change what we do depending on the team. I've full confidence in the team I have that if they perform the way they should and they can, I don't think we need to think about any other team. And I'd like to think that a lot of teams have the same mentality as well. If you're concentrating on another team too much, yeah, it's only going to affect yourself.
I think for us, a lot of times the Champions League, we come here and for Royal Berkshire, we maybe are too tentative to trying to make sure we're not making mistakes. And I think the level of Pas d'Avignon and the other French teams, we have to come here and attack. So we've tried to bring that approach to our British season as well, so we're ready for it. Because if you come here and you don't try your hardest to be your best, you can't compete. So in a way, yes, we do have to change a little bit, I think, to be as good as the French. But we're not doing that just here. We have been trying for a long time to be at their level. And we'll see if we can match them tomorrow and the next few days.
Very good. So, Rory, for the ones that want to follow the competition but that are sadly not here, we'll have the live stream on YouTube, the Mounted Games TV for all the listeners, and we will also have the Mounted Games scoreboard on the internet. When will the competition start tomorrow?
The competition starts at 9 a.m. French time. So if you're watching from the UK, it's 8 a.m., but 9 a.m. French time and European time.
Okay, so everybody at home, make sure to tune in, and we will see you tomorrow in our post-competition show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.